Okay, we're going to see the ticketing tool today, the most popular one, Remedy. We will see how to use this Remedy ticketing tool, what kind of tickets you would get, and then how does this tool track various things, what you will do when you get a ticket, how to log into the ticketing tool, all that stuff. I think last time in the last video we have these two tickets that we have seen. One ticket was initially created for creation of the user IDs. This is a CR, change request, and then there was a network timeout issue, then there was a TR. If you observe, both are treated as incidents in this project, but you may find other projects where you have CRs and TRs. A lot of people use it a lot of ways. Now we'll log into the ticketing tool primarily and see the basic structure of a ticketing tool. What are the various fields in that when you raise a ticket, and we'll also see how these two tickets were handled as a case studies. Alright, so let's get in. Now normally all ticketing tools are available internal, so you will be accessing it internal to your Office network. So log into the ticketing tool using your own username password. This username password gets generated when you join a project. So this is the interface. This is basically BMC Remedy IT service management tool. Now usually these tools are called ITSM tools, information technology service management. So you might get a question in the interview, what is the ITSM tool that you know? So they're basically talking about ticketing tools. Now this is the basically the tickets pending, or the tickets you will see a generic structure here, the dashboard kind of thing. This now this is uniquely generated by the tool itself. Then what type of it is ticket, it's whether it's an instant or whether it's a CR. The summary, this is what it says, IT equipment break or something. Status is pending, assigned to so and so person. So here this is a list of tickets that are available at this point. They're all in pending status. You will see the types of tickets you get. See this one. This is IT equipment break ticket. There is an issue with an application called Liberty here. Then there is a server called Liberty. Liberty is an application, let's say. So there is a problem with the Liberty application, which is deployed to WebLogic, let's say. So other IT issues like 005 Intermountain entered a miscellaneous billing into system on Friday for customer. Oracle forms released to compiler to be installed. This is a CR. It's a change request. Now each of these requests has a status, whether it's completed or finished. Now it has a priority. See, there are high priority tickets, medium priority tickets, low priority. Or you can have P1, P2, P3 tickets. P1 high priority ticket. Alright. Now this is a group that it is assigned to. For example, business systems or middleware, infra middleware. It can have this. See this one, this is a middleware platform, and this is the exact person who it's assigned. Normally everybody in a team belongs to a same group, so when a ticket is raised, it gets assigned to a specific group. Now apart from this tool, this is the dashboard, basic dashboard you are looking at. Now this tool has various management. So this is basically instant management we are talking about, or what's called ticket management or problem management. These three are almost same. There's a slight difference, but you don't have to worry about the difference. Just think that incident management and problem management is what is being handled here. Now, incident management is especially when something went wrong and you're trying to handle it, you still create an incident for it. And problem management is you have a problem. For example, let's say here Oracle Forms R2 compiler, it was not there, so that was a problem, so you're going to install it. That's a problem management. But in projects you don't differentiate between problem management and incident management. Either you call it problem management or you call it incident management, only one. You won't have both types of managements in a single project. So for example, in your project, let's say you're calling it incident management and all your tickets are INs kind of thing. Now, apart from this, the same tool, ITSM tool, can be used for a lot of things. Now here, in this project, it is getting used for incident management. You can use for problem management. You have now contact management, change management, asset management. So a lot of other things, the same ticketing tool can be used. So you choose, let's say your project, you're calling it problem management. So if you want to go to problem management, this thing, so go to problem management tool, and then you will be able to see everything. Or else, in this case, it looks like this is being called incident management. So go to the incident management console. Let's click on it. Now these tools work very slow, so I should have patience to open it, wait for some time before it opens up. Now we are on incident management console. Now if you see this one, it gives you an overall count of what's the status of tickets, how many were actually open, how many are unassigned, unacknowledged, so how many have breached. Apart from this, you can search for an incident, right? Then you can look into that specific incident and continue work on it. For example, let's say we search for one of the incidents and then see what kind of fields are there in that one. Let's search the incident that we have, the network outage, or let's say this is a CR, change request. So copy it. Let's say you search for it. So you search for it, new search. So give a number here, incident ID, go down and search for it. Search, click on search. No matches found for this qualification. Looks like we have a problem. Let's search here on the right side here, global search. It's kind of stuck, so probably it's loading. No entries were found even for this one, so let's search for something else. This also says nothing. Okay, let's look for something else. The third one I'm looking at is the recent searches that were made. Okay, now we got a ticket here. Let's see what kind of ticket it is. It looks like a summary. Look at the summary. Need access to the WebLogic dev server so and so, and this server name 1, server name 2. These servers need to be upgraded. Alright, so this guy is the incident, and then this was reported date. That's when it's reported, 30th of December at this time. Customer side corporate priority is high. Status, it says it's closed, means the ticket was handled and it's closed. Who it was assigned to? It was assigned to accounts administrator with the name here is Agarwal. Alright, so these are various fields. So you will have an instant ID important, when it's created important, priority important, status important, and then who it's assigned to, assignee. So usually you will assign it to a group. Now once you're in, this is a detailed description of the same ticket. So here if you see, this is an ID and the company name, blah blah blah. These are the notes. If you open these notes, if you see this one, it says add user, this thing, description of the issue, need access to this WebLogic dev server, and so these servers currently have R1 compiler, this needs to be upgraded. You have to give a callback number so that the guy who is trying to handle this request, if requires any other information, they can give you a call. Opco number, these are some of the fields that change from company to company. The user ID of the application, so for some of those things, alternate contact number. Right. Then you give a summary of the same problem, need access, basically you repeat the same stuff. And the important thing is priority. So you're going to say what kind of priority. It says it's high priority. There are certain other priorities you will see, medium, low kind of priorities. Alright, this is one field that you will fill always. And then assignee group, this is where you select the group to which it's been assigned. Any specific person, you will assign it in that case. So here you can select all the groups that you can assign your request to. If you see in this one, this corporate, these are all the fields, groups. These are the various teams that you can assign your ticket. The same way these are also various. So you will search for, let's say if you are searching for a DBA team, you need to know DBA Oracle, so you will assign it to a DBA Oracle team. Or some computer related problem you assign it to computer related problem, or QA, UAT, like that, or maintenance. So once this is the ticket. Now when somebody handles this ticket, they add notes to it. Alright, you can add notes to it saying that you have solved it, you did not solve it, you're going to need additional inputs, all that stuff. Now those notes get reflected here. If you see this one, two people have added notes to it, SDE with one user, DAGR with another user. And let's look at the timings. This was both on 30th of December, so this was at 10:14 in the morning, and by afternoon another thing added. So let's say first person, the guy who is handling this, let's see what this was done and what they have added. They have added, please take this on priority and provide access to the user ID, blah blah blah, so and so. You access internal. The same way, means you are adding notes to it. Then after the request was handled here, and then he updated saying access granted to so and so, and then what happens is they close the ticket. So if you go into these other work deals, means any ticket when you open, you have a series of people updating that ticket. Who is accessing, when is accessing, what happened to the ticket, everything gets added here. So when something is raised as a ticket, you always have a history of that ticket. You can know just by looking at this notes when this ticket was actually looked at, when this ticket was handled, all those things. You have certain other fields that, and one more thing you have to remember, it's not necessary that every field in a tool gets filled. Each project uses certain fields only, but important tool fields are always instant ID, priority, alright, a summary, and the assignee group. Now apart from this, the date and system time, see this thing, it gives you the exact timings of when it was reported. The report date was reported on 30th 10:14 morning. Alright, when it was responded, means the first time when you add notes, or first time when somebody assigns your ticket to themselves, this time gets when was it closed. So all tickets have to be closed eventually. If a ticket is open means something is pending to be done. Who submitted it, when they submitted it, when the last visit was modified it, all those things are listed here. Alright, so additional something else, additional details. So not everything is necessary, but this is important one where you have notes. Alright, work detail, this is where you have date and system will tell you when the ticket was generated. Alright, now if you see the status, this ticket is in the closed state. Alright, so this is an overview of one ticket. We'll try to see another ticket here. So you can search by the instance name. We're not able to search by the instance name, but we'll try to see. I think they were those two tickets that we were talking about were actually raised in another system or somewhere, or let's say we'll try to search by this one. So you go here, you search for it. Nothing is there. Looks like something is coming, or probably we won't get anything. Nothing is coming, so let's close it and try to search for something else. Let's make a generic search. So I'm making a new search. No, do you want to save the current request? No, we don't want to save the current request anything. We don't want to make any changes. No. Let's say we are trying to search, make a new search here. Click on new search. So I'm going to search here based on certain criteria. Let's say the company name is Cisco, and then let's say we search for a high priority tickets. These are the other priorities. See this one, high, low, medium, that's kind of thing. Instant type is any instant, it can be any instant type. User service restoration, user service request, that you don't have to worry about. Assignee group, let's say we search based on the group. You can search based on the group, or we can search based on the name, means all the tickets that are assigned to me. Now status can be, let's say we'll search for a open. See, these are the statuses of tickets. It's new ticket, it's assigned, or it's in progress, pending, resolved, closed, cancelled. These are the various statuses. Let's say we're going to search for, depends on how these guys are actually changing it. And let's say assign tickets we work on, and here's the person that we're going to assign it to. Alright, let's say we try to search for that username. We search by user ID otherwise. let's recent searches. Let's say we search for this thing. The 19, the last one. Okay, now this is also the add user thing. The status is closed, automated resolution reported, so and so. Resolution, see the resolution. When you're closing a ticket, the resolution will be written. Found work 13 was down, restart the queue daemon and enabled work to check the event regarding the status of printers now. So Baljapalli Anil, so blah blah. So this is a chart room. So this is a chart that he just pasted. They seem to be working all right. I'll let you know if there are anything changes there. Thanks very much. So this is a chart between two people who are trying to resolve an issue. So as a resolution, they basically pasted the chart itself. So that's sufficient a reason to tell that it's closed. Now for the work details, there are no references to this one. There are a lot of work notes, work details. So see this one here. User asked to raise a high priority. This has been transferred to TechX. This looks not like SW, means. So what here happened was the ticket was raised and assigned to somebody, but once it is assigned to somebody, they thought the problem is something else. So they redirected it to technical AIX. Then the tech AIX was looking at it. They found that this is the reason. They restarted a solution and they gave a resolution in here. So this, you will see a nice flow of activity moving from one user to another user. So everything that is happening about this ticket is recorded. So if you take for example this ticket, see, let's read through that notes or that. This looks not like a SWMS issue. There is no database lock either. User can print everything except the jobs are so slow. So when I check work 6, work 12, they are ready and no job. I did perform restarting printer queue daemon one time. So basically it's something related to printer. So they said something is not working, so somebody picked it up, they're able to solve it, and finally it's closed. So that's a general way of a ticket is. Now if you are raising a ticket, you would pretty much do the same thing. You will basically, the incident ID gets automatically generated by the system. You'll give your company name, for which company you're raising this ticket, customer, yes, your email ID, your contact number. Alright, then you give a summary, you describe it, notes and summary. Then you don't fill up all these details, not necessary. So you give a priority and urgency. So the priority is critical, high, medium, low. Let's say 4 priorities. Then urgency, then the priority. Priority and urgency are pretty much same. You set both of them to the same value. Let's say if you say high priority, urgency is obviously high. Alright. So otherwise, you basically, let's say we set it up. Then what type of incident means? Is it an infrastructure related event or is it a user service request? So wherever you can fill, you fill it. Especially these star fields that you're seeing, they are mandatory fields. So you have to fill up something in those things. Right? Now then this is important. Who you are assigning it to. So let's say if you have a problem with the database, you will assign it to DBA team. If you have a problem with a system login, you will assign it to a system login. For example, if you are a WebLogic administrator and you deployed an application just now, you gave it to a QA guys. If QA guy will have access to the same tool, the QA person will raise a request and assign it to the infra middleware team, which is your team. Now the infra middleware team, you see this one here, this is a group, means your group will be listed here. So one of these groups will be infra middleware team, right, or WebLogic team. You will have a lot of teams, right? So if you look at this, these are all DBA teams. The same way you might have some middleware teams also. Let's see if there are any middleware teams. You see this one. Here we go. There is a middleware platform. This is your team. Every team that's working for this company is listed here. So you need to know about other teams' names. So that will come with, you know, 1 or 2 tickets rising. Then you can assign a specific person in that team. But if you see this one, this is not a mandatory field. There is no star mark, so you can leave it to the assignee group alone. In that case, an alert will be triggered to everybody. Alright. Then a ticket number automatically gets generated. Status, obviously it's going to be a new when you are creating it. Alright. Status reason, whatever it is you give that, you know. Then you add certain things. Alright. And that's it. You rise, you know, you click on this thing, gets activated. Once you set it, it goes to the next stage. Alright, you submit it. Once you submit it, all the people who are in the assigned group will get an email, just like the one that we have seen in the previous video. All the incidents that was raised on your name, you will get an email. And you can add notes here. So once you get an email, let's say now you are on the other side. Till now we have seen how to raise a ticket. Now if you, let's say somebody raised a ticket on you, if somebody raised a ticket on you, you will get an email. So you search for the ticket. Alright, once you search for the ticket, let's say you get the ticket, then you troubleshoot it, see what is the problem. You want to talk to that guy because there will be a contact number. So let's say you given some resolution, or you haven't given, you have started working on it, then you simply add notes here. Start working on it, will update you, kind of blah blah blah, add it. So that gets reflected in here. Now this ticket, it goes through these phases you are looking at. This is the first thing when you are raising a ticket, it's recording. Alright, investigation, diagnosis, resolution, recovery, incident closure, closed. Now you don't have to remember these tickets, so there's a ticket generation phase, then ticket resolution phase, then the final status. Now the status can be closed or anything. So if you see one of the statuses here, it's a new, assigned, in progress, pending, or closed, or cancelled, resolved, any of the status. Now usually when you close a ticket, or when you finish a ticket, you close it. Now as a WebLogic administrator, you want all the tickets on your name to be in a closed status. So every day morning when you go to office, you look at this, the home page or the console home page, let's say this, you will see this, these are the pending requests on your name. So you try to fix all these pending requests that are on your name. Alright, let's try to look at one of the pending requests. So somebody raised a ticket on us. We're trying to see what the problem is. Okay, so who raised the ticket? This guy raised the ticket. Goodwin, Caroline Goodwin, he raised the ticket. What's the ticket? The summary is liberty issue. Okay, in detail if you go in here, something they are saying, okay, you say the priority is high. Okay, pending, the status is, the reason for pending is third-party vendor action, means we're not able to solve it directly. Instead we wanted somebody else help also in solving this problem, so that's why the third-party vendor action required. So the corresponding notes are added here. So if I see here, see this one, these notes go from bottom to top. So this was 10th, 12th, 12th, 12th. This is how it gets added. Now let's see what this is. System was replaced. If you want, system was replaced. The machine name for this user is blah blah blah. The user will need the following applications loaded: Ramba, business objects, Liberty, Adobe Reader. So these objects were required by the user. Then what happened? Called user, left voicemail, and sent an email asking for availability. So obviously, because we need to install those softwares, we call the user when the user is available, and so that was handled at 7:16. Then at 7:19 it says updates of the work done on Tuesday. This due to remedy issue, notes did not get updated. So there was an issue. So alternate contact number, same as ticket, user working hour, CST, actual issue, need software installed, internet status working, blah blah blah. Some pending region need the install Liberty, approximate time spent on session 1.5 hours. Do we know the steps to fix the issue? Yes. So something or the other, you are trying to fix the problem, whatever comes on the way, you usually put it onto the work details. These are the notes. Then it said install Liberty, copied blah blah blah, then working machine but Liberty not opening, users from whom install is required and from which machine INI file is copied, both use Liberty of this. Attached screenshot of batch file created to open the repo. So there was a screenshot. So this is a screenshot, I think. Yeah, this is the screenshot. So if you open the screenshot, would you like to replace with a new file? No. So view the attachment, or if you view the attachment, this is the attachment. So you have added an attachment. This was the user registration. So activation code, this was what the user was basically reporting. This was actually taken on the user's desktop. All right. Again, then what happened with this request? All the required software is installed for the Liberty issue, routing to this is done, working with Data Connect. So the ticket is finally closed. The request is still pending. So the pending status says third-party vendor action required. That is actually the last state of the ticket. It says working with Data Connect. Data Connect is the third-party vendor that currently we are working with. So all these things happened, finally came to us, and we are basically updating the information saying we are working with the end user. Now see this one. This happened from 10th till 13th, 3 days it happened. These all these things. So now, and what else? See this status of this ticket. This is at the pending state. If it is closed, usually it will be in the closed state. So each ticket like this will go through a series of things. Right, not necessary so that every ticket is related to WebLogic. You will have tickets related to regular work applications. All WebLogic tickets also come in a similar fashion. Alright, so that's your ticketing tool. Just repeat it a couple of times and the fields are enough.